Buenas a todos. Vas a apretar el botón equivocado. Buenas a todos, hello everyone, Torinosu here. Hoy, gracioso decir hoy nuevamente, ya que en la mañana tuvimos el Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase y técnicamente el stream de Penacony de ayer lo terminamos hoy y lo más probable es que este stream termine mañana. ¿En qué quedamos? Nos queda la última cadena de eventos de la historia, según los logros, de una forma de que yo me baso para poder saber cuánto le falta a la historia. Y lo último que sucedió es... Eso. Eso sucedió. Así que ahora estamos en una encrucijada entre de quiénes son los buenos y quiénes son los malos. Y fuera de eso, nada mucho más allá. Todos están ploteando algo con todos. ¿Tecito? Está en modo tecito porque hace un poquito de frío hoy día. Más noticias. El tráiler. Wait. Pam, pam, pam. Pimba. Algo nos vamos a llevar. Porque hemos ido desbloqueando los nuevos. Aquí cuáles sacamos, esos dos los últimos. Finalmente una excusa para tomar té a lo desquiciado. Nice. Estos son los que probablemente le van a servir a Sparkle porque aparecen el símbolo de Quantum. Me huele. No, mensaje de Micha. I want to buy a big storage chest. You got too many things. Estoy armando a Swan mientras te salió. Nice. Yeah, with exploding cloud candies, with the customer gave me yesterday, my drawers are already stuffed full of souvenirs from brand new planets. I split some into smaller portions. I'll bring you some when I see you next time. They taste a bit like a spicier version of mint, but the aftertaste is surprisingly fetch and sweet. This flavor matched the impression I get from the customer perfectly. He was tall. Bro, ¿no viste mi super pool de Schrödinger? Creo. Ahora no lo recuerdo. Era el... Wait. A ti te salieron 5 estrellas en el mismo pool, ¿cierto? Te salió... Black Swan y un Eidolon de alguien. O yo estoy loco. I'm a crazy. Cause I may be crazy. Jeff, Sonny Bailu. Strong song with a facial expression and a great axe on his back. He looked a lot like Stone. I spent a lot of time preparing myself mentally before going to help him. A customer like that gifting you sweets, it's got a nice contrast to it. It does. I was super cautious when I asked if he wanted help taking his luggage up. When I realized he was the silent type, I got even more scared and actually tripped over. Gané 50-50 y perdí 50-50 en el mismo pool. True. ¿Qué número de pool habrá sido? ¿Tenía ahí algún rate up de los anteriores? ¿O viniste en cero? Ay, un paso eso. When I climbed back to my feet, I realized that the customer has already taken his... Como perdí 50-50 después de ganarlo. Algo me dice que tenía asegurada. Tenía asegurada a Sparkle. Y si no quieres Sparkle porque it's just a better Bronia, te esperáis hasta Acheron y Acheron la tenías asegurada. Do you think if I keep working hard like this, I'll receive enough candies from Gets to cover me for the rest of my life? Hice 4 pulls nomás. ¡Wow! ¡Wow! Yeah, you're amazing. Yeah, because you're amazing. Hehe, hearing you say that makes me feel so proud. It's more that the Gets get up with me, though. Thank you for the approval, though. I need to go. Great guess. Talk to you soon. Pensando en que yo estoy... cierto que técnicamente... Claro, eso... Dije que lo iba a hacer por fuera y me di cuenta que quedé encerrado en una zona que no puedo salir. I mean... Porque en el banner anterior hice 5 pulls y salió Bronia. Wait, pero el anterior fue el de... Y no tiene más. Pero el anterior fue el... ¿El de Ruan Mei? ¿O tiraste en el de Doctor Reicho? Ruan. Oh, cierto. Que sí, Ruan Mei está rotísima, pero... te salió Bronia. Si no me recuerdo... No tiré en el de Reicho. ¿Quién tiró en el de Reicho? Si no lo recuerdo, llevo como 6 tiros en este. ¿Le perdí o no le perdí? No. Ahí sí. Ese es 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Sí, van 6. Y 4 michas. Nice. Creo que toda... No, yo saqué 5 porque creo que el mío está en E4. Wait, tengo ahora para... no, pues sí, ya lo había intercambiado esto. I mean, creo que si tiramos una vez más es porque ya van 6 tiros. Estamos en área de 50-50. Y tenemos las gemas suficientes. Si un tiro son 1600, pero tenemos 5 tickets, así que en la mitad son solo 800. Y tenemos un evento entero por delante que podemos hacer para juntar más gemas para el Sparkle. ¡Ah! Ya. Aprovechemos los 5 tickets. ¿Nada? Yo tengo todo el modo historia y evento. ¿Nada? ¿En el séptimo pool? ¿En serio? ¿Eh? No, salió una carta. ¡Guau! ¡Qué pool más muerto! ¡Wow! 7 pool. ¡Wow! ¡Wow! Siempre olvido cuál es el de los conitos. Esa carta es... Esa carta. ¡Wow! 7 tiros y nada. Ok, el juego literalmente es como... No te vamos a... No vayas a sacar a Ruanmei. No dice el juego. Bueno, a menos que sea en el octavo no sale. Yeah. O sea... ¿Ruanmei fue en el octavo? No, wey, Ruanmei fue con... Con Ruanmei perdió el 50-50. En el octavo. Y después salió en el tercero. Y con Luocha perdió el 50-50 en el séptimo, parece. Y después salió en el segundo. Ok. Todavía tenemos para hacer pool, pero ya no sé si seguir.
My. You look like a small injured animal. Are you still willing to talk to me? Of course, I'm still willing to be your psychotherapist.
Can I trust
My
adventure?
take on this might surprise you. In my view, he's a trustworthy individual. Not for any other reason, but because he's an exceptional businessman. In this vast universe, no one values honesty in contracts more than a merchant.
Yeah.
But always be on guard, particularly when making agreements with him.
O sea,
Scrutinize
¿es
the
un quiere sus
details.
5 estrellas este banner o el
Beyond the
siguiente?
confines of the contract,
Hasta
your
cierto
rights
punto
are
era
off
como
his
en
radar.
ninguno.
He'll go to extreme lengths to ensure his advantage.
Porque sí, Black Swan hace harto y sabe ver Sampo, la cosa de la arcana es mucho más efectivo que el Wincher común y corriente. Es un Wincher por dos, así decir. Y Sparkle es lo mismo como pasa el hecho de que es una Bronia por dos, un crack. Por eso puede tener 50-50 con un solo pull en Sparkle, pero ya. Esa es la cosa. Ahora sí que está en zona de 50-50 gigantesco. Ya está Bronia, ya está Bronia. Y Bronia hace bien la pega. Y hace tiempo que no la uso porque desde que salió Juojo uso más a Juojo porque gelea y el ulti hace lo mismo. No, no hace lo mismo que el ulti de Bronia, pero. De hecho, mi Juojo tiene un radio de pegar críticos súper alto. Are you ready to bring me out of
Why, of
this illusion?
course. But now is not the time. I know you're confused and sad. Whoever that girl might have been, a living soul, a memory that was meant to last. She simply vanished, like the dissolution of bubbles in water, disappearing in an instant. No matter what, I hope you can trust Aventurine. Or rather, trust me and see the truth with your own eyes. This can lead us deeper into the secrets behind Penacony. I will protect you. Once I gather more information from him, I'll make sure you're safely returned to your companions. For the truth, and to prevent more unnecessary sacrifices. It is the right choice.
You're right.
Later,
Let's go.
I'll stay by your side as a mimetic entity, just in case. Time to set off.
Yo porque igual tenemos... Es muy estúpido que quiera ganar el 50-50 acá. A mí en esta ratio ahora hace la pega del daño del daño. Del daño. Wey, ¿cuántos tickets de esta cosa? Ah, vale, no tenemos ni suerte con los tickets ahí. Ah, son 1006. Quedarían 2300. No es una buena guardada. No es una mala guardada 2300. Como digo, tengo un evento entero por delante. Creo que lo mínimo que he ido así como de un banner a otro han sido como 1300. Y estamos hablando de que si tiro una vez me quedan 2300. O sea, he ido a banner con menos gemas. Y sin la capacidad de tener tantos eventos como para sacar cosas. Todavía me acuerdo que para sacar a Kafka tuve que gastar los Embers. O sea, los Starlegs, no los Embers. O sea, gastamos los Embers y después gastamos en los Starlegs para sacar a Kafka. Gastamos 8 tickets. Así que yo soy de esos que le valen madre que... Ay, no, es que con los Starlight hay cartas que están súper rotísimas, como la de Welt, para los de Nihility, o la de bueno, la que aparece Jepar para los de Preservation. Y a mí me vale reverenda, y yo juego como me da la gana. Y teniendo en cuenta que van 7 pool, si no sale con el octavo... Ok, salió el brillo. Preparados para el 50-50. Promedio de 8. Oh, no tengo John. Nice, we win. Oli, ¿cuál octavo? Octavo pool. En we win. Octavo pool, we win. Teníamos 6 pool ayer. Hicimos 6 pool, íbamos en 6 pool y hoy día hicimos 2 más. El séptimo salió muertísimo y este octavo, we win. Y nos ahorramos 2300 gemas y tenemos un evento por delante para hacer. We win. It's a total win. El que tengo aquí colgado. We totally win.
I recall some enchanting moments.
Ese es el wiwi. Ese es el wiwi. Vale, y pide de esas cositas verdes. Un ticket nuevo. ¿Qué Lycon le servirá a ella? Ahora, como te digo que ella pide materiales que no has farmeado. Corrección, los puedes farmear. No es como que la carta de Sampo no le sirva. The wear is a fix rate by 20% and increase DOT by 24. O Another Fermata. O esta misma. La de Sampo le sirve, la de Sampo le sirve. No, este dice Break Effect. When the wearer uses the ultimate, increases DOT deals by the wearer by 24%. También es buena esa carta. No, le falta subir un poquito de nivel. Vamos a equipar la de Sampo. Y teniendo en cuenta, me acabo de dar cuenta que tengo una copia. Ella pide mucho cierto defecto por sobre los demás. Y por eso estaba pensando que no es una mala carta. Claro, con eso tiene el mejor efecto para los... Bueno, no es como que la podamos usar ahora, pero... ¡Ey! ¿Verdad? ¿Verdad que el pool salió bueno? Where is my Tinjun? ¿E5? ¡Ah, no! ¡Tinjun a full! ¡Finally!
A visitor. Please let me show you some of our local hospitality.
Finally. Tinjun está rotísima. ¿Cuántos Yukon tengo? Yukon van 4. ¿Y Winnie? Winnie van 2. Por eso quiero pedir una Winnie. Yo sé que my love for Lady Yukon, for Miss Yukon, ¿for Lady Yukon? ¿Lady Yukon? Era Lady Yukon. Lady Yukon. Miss Yukon. Mi amor por Miss Yukon es mayor, pero mi Winnie necesita más amor. Se supone que por 120 sobrepasas el cap da cierto defecto. Se supone que no se puede sobrepasar más que eso. ¿A eso te refieres? O que el juego se...
Go and meet Aventurine, or I could still choose not to help.
¿Can I go? No. ¿Hay algo por aquí? No. ¿Y allá? Tampoco. Yay. O sea, puedes. Pero no es útil. El juego está como capeado. ¿Sí?
Sound lingers.
Hello, bitch.
Excellent. I knew you would come. By the way, about that memo keeper... Never mind. I won't press the issue further. I've said before you can liaise with your companions, or even twist the narrative against me. I'll wholeheartedly embrace it. It signifies your potential. I don't do deals where I'm on the losing end. So, my friends, don't let me down.
Don't let me down. El copyright. Bueno, bienvenido al stream más corto de Torinosu.
Please,
Todavía me
this
queda un
way, if you
pedazo de
will.
historia. No jodo.
Oh, right. I remember mentioning something after that. What was it again? A familiar hallway, a familiar room. Do you remember? Last time we met was right here.
¿Con permiso? Con permiso. Ah, no, no hay nada. Ajá, como el juego en el área lo queda la caminata. Pimpa. Abre la puerta, pues. Open the door. ¡No! ¡No! Que diga Open Door es lo peor del universo.
This is it. Just beyond this door. Take a deep breath and get ready.
Enter the room. Bro, literalmente son las líneas de texto del Toki Doki Literature Club. No joda.
Oh, I remember. My friend. After that, we played an enjoyable game. Tell me, doesn't this feel eerily familiar? I remember everything now. This was what I told you at that time. Look, friend. The game has already begun. Allow me to make you an offer. One you can't refuse.
Yo!
No reason to choose otherwise. And no other choices.
Oh. Yo! Ese era Roy. Me acordé de su nombre. El otro día no me acordaba de su nombre. But how?
Brother, I'm back.
Welcome back. How is your preparation for the performance coming?
Me acordaba de Robin y no me acordaba del nombre de él. Y había olvidado que tiene el nombre de un día de la semana.
It's fine. Don't worry.
¿Por qué hay signos de pregunta? Hola. ¿Por qué hay signos de interrogación?
It's fine? No, this is not good. You're the pride of the family. Don't let those unnecessary emotions affect your perfect pitch.
What?
No. Brother, you seem to be in low spirit. What's happened? Is it because of the Watchmaker's guest list?
Yes, I received the report that death had taken some of them. Perhaps someone was behind it.
Ajá.
I'm sorry, I forgot you just came back. You probably wouldn't know about it. Somehow, a nightmare called death has descended upon Penacony, striking indiscriminately, bringing spiritual death to all equally.
Ajá.
In the utopian dreamscape envisioned by the family, such sorrowful incidents shouldn't arise. It profoundly undermines the equilibrium and serenity of the dreamscape. How detestable.
I can't believe this has happened. Was someone killed again?
What do you mean again?
Yes, there were two. One was a stowaway, the other was you.
What? What?
That's enough, fool. Your deeds have saddened me.
Yo! Is it...
Pretty
Bro,
sharp,
what?
aren't you, chicken wing boy?
A chicken wing boy? Bro is joking! Bro is joking! I'm joking! I'm joking!
The Odes of Harmony talks about honesty. The words of a fool begins with foolishness and end in treacherous arrogance.
You was joking!
Please leave. Their dreamscape doesn't welcome you.
What? What the fuck?
Come on, lighten up. Why so serious with all the quotations and references?
Sandy habla como una persona que se sabe todos los diálogos de los Simpsons.
I'm just curious. Now things have come to this. Is the family still unwilling to fight? I mean, your darling sister's already a goner, right?
What do you mean it's a goner? This is the dreamscape.
Really? Don't tell me you're not craving a little vengeance.
With who?
It's not yet time. When the fated day arrives, I shall mete out justice with unyielding righteousness.
Wow, you can endure that much? Truly a heart of ice you've got there. Hey, maybe we could actually get along.
Huh?
How about this? I'll stand in for your dear sister at events. Surely you don't want the world to hear the Charmony Festival's been called off.
What the fuck?
The family has a plan. And do not dishonor my dear sister with your deceitful tongue again, fool.
All right. Just putting it out there. If you're ever in a pinch, remember.
Bro, desde el principio alguien dijo, ¿no tiene la voz un poco rara? Desde el principio.
Spikes on his wings.
Pero ahí estábamos en el mundo real. No estábamos en el dreamscape.
There's no need. The malefactor has been exposed under their radiant gaze, and will soon fall by
¿Their
their
radiant
own
gaze?
machinations.
¿Their? Después de la cinemática espera que te doy
Should the
instrucciones.
transgressor fail to turn away from this path, their sword will be honed, their bow strung,
Theirs?
causing the malevolence the perpetrator
Their-
spreads to befall them. And when that time comes, the heathen will realize they're but a mere mortal, doomed to descend into the netherworld.
The fuck is happening?
And I will join their vanguard to announce this good news to you personally, Watchmaker.
What? The Sound and the Fury. Complete. Travelers, stay tuned to find out what happens next in the coming installment. Yo, bro! Wait, is the preservation? Destiny treats for woven. If I can stop one heart for breaking. Yo! Witness the second murder! Oh my fucking god! Pero ese es el Dreamscape, no joda, es el Dreamscape. No joda. Dream Chaser. This is such a mess. You originally thought this trip was all about having fun without any goals or purpose. But who would have thought. No puedo pronunciar la palabra aislada. But who would have thought. Olvidé cómo se pronuncia thought. The story shifted in this direction. The APC's sweet-talking and devious representative proposed a deal with you, but you don't even know what chips you are currently holding. Tell you, are you a gambler? I love games of chance. I never believe in fate, as long as it's not too risky. As long as it's not too risky. You are the silver-tongued IPC spokesperson has offered you a deal. You are prudent, but not excessively boring. You understand why people can become obsessed with a game of probability. It sounds easy, but finding the balance can be excessively difficult. After all, under some circumstances, it's not up to you whether you will join a game. Sticker random, sticker random. Given the choice, you wish you could remove this person from your life. To be continued. ¿Cuánto tenemos? Tenemos 73 stickers. ¡Yay! No sé qué rayos abrieron las misiones. Ah. Una misión secundaria. Tenemos un mensaje. Un mensaje. Ah. TikTok, TikTok. Huh. TikTok, TikTok. TikTok theory, TikTok. The snooker room, TikTok. Wait, ¿tengo que apretarle o simplemente todo? No, sí, se aceptan solo. Gracias. Tori, I'm here. Tori is here. Special deal. Spend 40 cents as alpha credits to enjoy a 12 discount and additional tip. ¡Wow! Misiones secundarias que no las haremos nunca. Te dije algo. Ve al archivo y busca las alianzas. Calmado, estoy leyendo mis mensajes. Hello, Mr. Torinosu. Someone just donated a dream bubble to our store. After conducting psychometric spectral analysis on an ISO page, you will be interested in the content of this dream bubble. Who donated to you? The donor is an elegant lady with the name Black Swan. If you have the time, we would love to have you anytime. Masquerade Duel. Esa es de las misiones principales. Sácate una misión. Imba. ¿Dónde rayos está el archivo? ¿O por el archivo te refieres al Tataban? Factions, ahí está. ¿Eso? No. Ah, por cierto, hay misiones que son obligatorias para el lote. Se ven las misiones abajo. ¿Te referíais a esta parte de las facciones o otra parte de las facciones? Oye, ahí estaban los riddles. Related entities, mythos, de enigmata. Serie ficcional de enigmata, de reglas. Ah, verdad, porque esta cosa funciona como conectado. Pero no creo que te referías a esto. O sí, porque dijiste archivo y después dijiste buscar las alianzas. Y alianzas se traduce como factions. Bueno, eso es facciones más que alianzas. You bitch. Esa, tiene que buscar dos facciones. Exaltación y armonía. ¿Cuál rayo es exultación? Hunt, nihility, nihility. Abundance, abundance. Destruction, destruction. Harmony. Harmony es la familia. The world is in harmony, and the stars shine bright. Praise the Lord's boundless virtue. All humans are brethren, and all things are connected. The winds of blessing sweep across the lands. Others of Harmony 7. Esa es la de Sunday. ¿O te referías a esto? Odds or Harmony 1. Porque esa es la conexión que tienen los dos. The world is in harmony and the stars shine bright. Please praise the Lord, are all connected and the wind of blessing breathes across the land. Ah, es como la misma frase, pero un poquito distinta. ¿Cuál es la otra que dijiste? Exultación. ¿Qué rayos es exultación? ¿Qué rayos es exultación? ¿O te refería a lo... Wey, ¿exultación es elation? Porque de elation conocíamos el anterior, ¿o no? Bufones enmascarados. The Masked Fools. Even an organization like the Masked Fools in praise of their Aeon. The Aeon will never give you up. Pero este ya lo conocíamos, po. Si este está prácticamente desde el inicio del juego. Esa es la facción de... ¡Lo sé! The Masked Fools. Este está prácticamente desde el principio del juego. Lo de abajo. Lo blanco. The Masked Fools tell a parable of a bird. No, the Masked Fools tell a parable of the bird of their beloved Aeon. When the Aeon of Elation climbed to the highest branch of the tree of existence. Okay. They saw the gold and the pickable void, the stars operating like machinery, and how the meaning of all things bows before nothingness. They continued looking until they saw a baby fall to the ground and cry because it had been robbed. The Aeon burst into laughter, laughter so clear it tore through the cold universe and still reverberates through the universe today. The fools believe that the truth of the world is a joke, and that the ultimate meaning of all things lies in mere laughter. The universe is merciless, but there is joy to eliminate pain, dilute sorrow, receive nailings on heal wounds. Laughter, the gift of intelligent races, is the only answer. Max Full are extremely radical when it comes to their beliefs among the followers of Elation. If their pursuit of pleasure, they do whatever it takes to find it, often causing havoc wherever they go. They laugh at heroes for self-righteousness, kings for their lust of power, lovers for their infatuation, and scholars for their overthinking. The fool's objective is to stir the stagnant pool of life to create surge and change. because change is a source of mockery and amusements to the fools. It would be a welcome sight if someone could turn the tables on them. I don't understand why I read that. Voy a ir aquí. No funciona el enter, rayos. Esa es la felicidad de canal de otro personaje. No funciona el enter, así que voy a tener que hacerlo al lado. ¿Era necesario? Revisa las misiones, en la parte de abajo tiene una línea de tiempo. Sí, sí sé que existe una línea de tiempo. Wait, new pages? Ah, no, no era de aquí. Missions. Te dice las misiones canónicamente obligatorias. Asumo que es la que acaba de salir en la pantalla. Que es... esta, Masquerade Duet. Probablemente esta. Sí, de Fate Atlas. Sí, sí, no, sí sé que sí, sé cómo funciona el Fate Atlas. Me he dado tiempo de leérmelo casi entero. Todas esas hacia abajo. Pero todas estas no son obligatorias. A lo menos esta probablemente podría ser obligatoria. Porque te puedo decir por qué no son obligatorias. Porque si yo vuelvo todo hacia atrás, todavía tengo algunas sueltas por aquí en medio, mira. Todavía tengo misiones sueltas por el camino. Allá más atrás no. Tengo ahí. Tengo aquí. De Luke, mire. Entonces no es que sean obligatorias. ¿Podrías decir que obligatoria es algo que necesita una línea hacia adelante? Como fue el Fox and Tale of the Haunted. Esta cosa sí que fue obligatoria. Speak with Dr. Edward. You receive a message from Dr. Edward. Dr. Edward has invited you to the Dreamscape store. Se lo son. Como repito, son canónicamente obligatorias. Otra cosa es que no las hagas porque no te interesen, pero son obligatorias. You experience a dream left for you by a lady named Black Swan. Of course, you know who Black Swan is, but cannot think why she would have left a dream for you. Go to the Dreamscape sales store to see. Perhaps you will only receive your answer once you experience it yourself. Aprovechemos de hacerla porque técnicamente terminamos la historia.
Take a rest. It's time for tea and cakes.
Trailblazers from the Astral Express. Welcome to the Dreamscape sales store.
Is that usually how you welcome customers?
Oh, please excuse me. I struggle to think of an appropriate way of addressing such esteemed guests as yourselves. I've already made the necessary preparations. Be careful. We did pass the safety inspection stipulated by Article 027. First, Article 076. However, the This dreamscape will feature unfiltered and unpolished fresh memory. You will make for a very vivid experience. Veteran gamer, call this type of dream a thrill dream. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. If you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and
I'm thinking professional medical help.
Luckily, I just so happen to be an excellent doctor, albeit a psychiatric one. Let us begin. Please, close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream.
Que sean canónicamente obligatorias no significa que tú como jugador no puedas olvidarla, pero tiene lo interesante como lo que pasa con el círculo de genios.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left.
Wait, ¿cuál?
The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
Oh, no. Normal, viento. Necesito normal. Black Swan is in your team. Hey! That's pretty good. One. Two. Podría sacarte. One, two. Wait. Estoy armando como el orto la composición. Recomiendo que lleves a Kafka con Black Swans. Es obvio que se complementan, pero necesito normal. Pero ¿quién le pega al tarro? En ese caso tendría que ir 1, 2, 3, 4. Lo único que se me ocurre, el tarro se mueve solo. Lo único que se me ocurre es poner el equipo así más o menos. Oh.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
Recuerda que solo tienes que romper la barrera. Ese es el problema, hay que pegarle.
Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
That's the problem. Yo digo casi lo mismo, pero en vez de Fuchuan llevé a Ruan Mei.
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough. You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties.
Yeah,
smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all. This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony. You are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Tell the truth, offer an explanation.
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes...
Corrección. Esa no es la voz de Sampo. Pero hablando de lo exentona. Es que, esa es la cosa. Esa no es la voz de Sampo técnicamente. Es el actor de voz de Sampo. Pero no está siendo la voz de Sampo. Se nota que le dieron una dirección de trabajo distinta para hacer como la diferencia del sampo natural a sabemos que no ese no es sampo.
Rather than hearing endless explanations,
La voz de Sampo es mucho más vívida, incluso en inglés. Es súper más ridícula la voz de Sampo.
No. Hey, you can save that for the enemy.
Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection.
No es eso, es que yo ya hice la misión y la escucho muy rígida. Es que por eso, suena rígida, pero es como... ¿Es Sampo en realidad? Según yo, no es Sampo. Por lo que vimos de la historia.
You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Ideen Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game. I left a puzzle for you, Nero Timon. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing.
¿Estás seguro? Recuerda que todo es Penacony y miente.
Solve it. Then we
También.
can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before
Pero calmado,
Penacony gets
dame un segundo.
flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
Yo me estoy autoconvenciendo de que no es Sampo. Me estoy autoconvenciendo de que no es Sampo.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's
Oh?
mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul. The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Tengo una forma de corroborarte de que la voz de Sampo es.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all.
Bueno, no seguiré con el juego.
Actually a
Que si no me
declaration of
suelto en el
warfare.
juego.
They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So, maybe you can just,
Let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
Suena más serio de lo normal en esta conversación, sí. Puedo asegurar de que la voz de Sampo es más vívida. Suena más divertida, más ridícula.
Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Oh, fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Estoy seguro que la voz de Sampo es más ridícula. O suena más ridícula. Con el mismo ulti.
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Si suena más serio, no lo... Si suena más serio, no la japonés también. Solo que el tono de voz no me convence. Yo esperaba una voz como la del tío Guzmán en inglés. A mí me encanta la voz en inglés de Sampo.
One good turn deserves another. Sampo Koski always takes care of his friends. Sounds like more business knocking. We're just having fun. Good. The stronger the better. Try this on for size. Can we bring out the big guns already?
Estoy seguro que...
So, what's the job this time around? If you got the cash, I got the... No cash? Not a problem. Just say the word, pal. Hey, you know, with Sampo Gusky by your side, you got a businessman, chaperone, and problem-solving conversationalist all rolled into one. Pretty sweet deal, huh?
No sé, yo me acuerdo cuando conocimos a Sampo al inicio de la historia. La voz de Sampo yo la encontré buenísima. Hola.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Regarding the victim, regarding the sweet dreams troop present at the scene of the crime. Regarding the evidence of the scene of the crime. Can we summon the victim?
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari, then suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
What do you mean speak? Wait, ¿qué otra misión nueva se me sabe? Ah, no, pues es la que estamos ahora.
Lady Black Swan, you're here! I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case. Mr. Coldfeet, why'd you do it?
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. Ahem. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
What?
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence. My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle. To escape punishment.
So the three of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be one murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on, wait.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
Ok.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit. I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me. Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright. Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while
Estoy
he
en
was
farm
fighting
hell.
off
You are
the
on farm
Annihilation
hell.
Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be. Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of
¿Qué
a cliff
estás
and
ahí?
getting his face
Subir a
disfigured.
Clara, Swanbron y
It's a
Radio al
real
mismo
shame, as he
tiempo.
used to be one of the
¿Por qué
rare
crees que tengo
handsome men
personajes
left around
estancados en nivel
town.
70?
Last of all comes Wright. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and
Por lo
invest
menos
the
en el
rest of
parche
the
anterior,
supplies
como nos
after they
regalaron a
narrowly
Ratio,
escaped with
me
their
pasé
lives,
todo el tiempo
lying
farmeando
about
para
how the
subir
gang
a
had
Ratio.
taken off with everything.
No hice nada más
Lefton
que
and
eso.
Zhongshan were so
Sí, por
incensed
eso.
that they broke
A lo
his
menos me di el
legs.
tiempo. De hecho, tengo el ratio en 80. Yo estoy peor, tengo que subir a 8 personajes.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
No
That
me
won't
merecéis.
be necessary. I've memorized every detail.
Falso, yo no memoricé nada.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
No recuerdo nada de lo que dijo. Fuera de joda, no recuerdo nada de lo que dijo.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that
Memo
she
Keeper es lo
definitely
que es
attacked
Black Swan.
someone.
Sé que Black Swan es esa Memo Keeper. Esa Memo Keeper from the Garden of Recollection. I know. Me refiero a que lo que contó el mono no entendí nada. Todo lo que dijo el Bailiff no pesqué nada.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy. This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr.
Y una
Shamari.
sirviente de la reminiscencia. Es que lo que pasa es que el Garden of Recollection sigue la línea de la reminiscencia. Del Remembrance. Que en vez de ser... Como la traducción correcta de Remembrance es reminiscencia, pero yo me gusta llamarle el recordatorio.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
Giant Wooden Hammer.
the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on? Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle. But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Claro que sí.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
Ay, ¿sabes por qué también yo decía que este sampo no es sampo? Es porque tienes que recordar que estamos en una burbuja. Estamos en una burbuja de memoria.
What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know? It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it! That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed.
The mutually assured destruction button.
The entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke. Miss Sparkle also
Eso no tiene nada que ver, solo estás usándolo de excusas.
You and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
Mi sampo es alegre y esquimi. This is not my sampo.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay.
Why?
Because she is fair.
This is nuts!
Ah, vale. Oh, un puzzle. Wait, that's Pompon? Gírate. Gírate, gracias.
What's this? A plush toy?
¿Pom pom?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring.
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Quiero comprobar algo después. Timba.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
Goldhammer Residence Security Regulation. To prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Mrs. Sparkle, the Goldhammer Residence shall obey the following regulation from today onwards. All returnees and visitors must enter and exit the Goldhammer Residence using the facial recognition system. Biometrical system. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition system will be killed on the spot. This regulation is in effect indefinitely.
That sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence, I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
Ok, tiene la carta de Sampo. Los 3 nunca cuento. Vale, tiene la cuestión de los DOT. Y en el centro tiene el Pan Cosmic Commercial Enterprise. Increase the wearer's effect hit rate. Nice. Meanwhile, the wearer's attack increased by an amount that is equal to 25% of the current effect hit rate up to a maximum of 25. Entendible, tenga buen día. Hay uno que se me va a olvidar. ¿Cómo era que se filtraba esta cosa? No. Los que están en el centro son esos, ¿o no? Y el Pan Cosmic Commercial Enterprise. Calmado, lo voy a equipar simplemente porque no se me olvide que es ese.
So, who exactly is the murderer? Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right?
Right.
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system.
Ajá.
That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
So, who exactly is the
Recuerda que no
murderer?
puedes confiar en cómo arman a sus personajes los de mi joyo. Los eventos de Genshin siempre los arman como el copy. Pero tiene sentido porque en este caso es una cuestión de effect hit rate. Y claramente Black Swan se basa de tener effect hit rate.
I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Broken leg. ¿Qué puede servir? Aunque si ese es el set de artefactos que se lleva. Por eso que igual lo analizo. Si tiene sentido o no. Broken leg. Y el otro que tenía un brazo roto. Vale, el mazo sirve con el otro. Brazo roto, el mazo es pesado, es difícil de cargar. What the fuck put in you? ¿El botón? ¿Por qué ninguno siento que tiene sentido?
So, who exactly is the murderer? Lefton, that guy lost his hand.
Entonces no podéis cargar el
Based on the
martillo.
bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Right could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
The murderer is Right.
You have answered correctly.
Ah, entonces está bien que me haya dado cuenta que no había nada que calzaba con lo del... Con lo de la... Con lo del pierna mala.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a Memo Keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Sparkle's upcoming crime.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo, you finally made it. We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way? Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Her again?
A
Sparkle really is
magnate
obsessed with
business.
scripting her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie. She didn't come back out. After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death. There were three suspects on the scene, namely a Papashi shopkeeper named Wright, a Foxian gambler named Zhang Shan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart. Miss Sparkle is so gracious. Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these three, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy! Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
Okay.
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, Wright. He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him.
And only stand as
He can
tall
get
as
pretty
Sparkle
salty
waist,
about it.
so he's small.
Next up, you have the merchant
Ah no,
Lefton.
él es alto.
He wants
Sparkle
to
is
join
small.
up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her. Finally, there is the gambler Zhang Shan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her. That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
That won't
No.
be necessary. I remember it all. There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name?
Chankitang.
A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around. And there's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, "Only for Imperial Master Lefton." Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
Imperial Master Left.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
Left on style.
So, it's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is.
Why doesn't she surrender then?
What?
A little stool that seems quite normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Pepeshi person.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary. What's that smell? Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Mr. Sampo, take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out from the rest.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
Hay que formar el evento de Final Fantasy. Asumo que debería haber un 7.
No, only a handful. After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
Simplemente déjame tratar de terminar este pedazo de historia.
This
Open it up and take a look.
Ahí está. Y sí. Ok, Clara puede subir a nivel 80. ¡Yeah!
So there's a ring inside. This is evidence
Son Raito y Bronia nomás. Bronia es la que tienes. ¿Uno? ¿Con Bronia fue la que pediste? ¿Con la que perdiste? ¿O te salió? No, te salió Bronia por primera vez cuando perdiste el 50 de Ruanmei.
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth. We want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
In the victim's mouth.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Jongshan family heirloom.
Tengo baile Himeko de uno.
That should be it. Let's head out.
Himeko de
I have
uno.
to thank you,
Máquina.
Mr. Assistant Detective. But the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
¿Qué gana Himeko con L1?
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer, and what evidence do you have to prove the case?
Identify the murderer. Do not identify the murderer.
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this case.
Daño extra en lo extra attack. O era mayor daño de burn.
What do you mean by that?
Creo lo segundo.
Doesn't really prove that he is the murderer.
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought. This ring is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. Zhongshan stormed into the changing room to try and get his ring back, flustering Miss Sparkle, who swallowed it. Who would have guessed that the ring would get stuck in her throat? Zhongshan repaid evil with kindness and tried to borrow a tie to help Miss Sparkle squeeze out the ring. But sadly, she couldn't be saved. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the three suspects would all be facing grave injustice.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one...
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means, this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
Sheriff, the murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
Then, right from the start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius? How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Why take it so seriously? Miss Sparkle is a masked fool.
Not a masked genius.
If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience. Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Hmm.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Truly, Miss Sparkle is a fascinating person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or a child hungering for attention. This game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
Someone's slacking off right now.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here! I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective.
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
As expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Jean-Chen, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late. And no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time.
Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist's canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but alas, poor Miss Sparkle. She's left us now forever.
Okay.
Besides us and Zhongshan, the butler, Lefton the cook, and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
No cheating!
Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No, it's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up! Wait up! Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce.
Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
Infallible.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe. nor is there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can? In Penacony?
Hey, dear memo keeper and Mr. Coldfeet. You made it.
Mr. Coldfeet.
I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then. This is the final question. Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning,
Oh,
2
legs in the afternoon and 3 legs at
and
night.
3 legs at night?
Clásico.
No murder case this time around.
Sometimes it's nice to take things easy. Come on, dear. Give me your answer then.
People. Wait. Trash can. O sea, oficialmente es people.
Seeing as you're right here in front of me like this, then I guess the answer is a trash can, right?
Womp womp. Wrong answer. That's funky, but a wild guess. The correct answer is Sparkle. When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
What the heck was that jibber-jabber?
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Ok, todas eran wrong answer.
What do you want to know? Ill tidings manifest.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Relax. Equip them together as one.
Okay.
Destiny isn't
Dos
chosen.
cosas menos de qué preocuparse.
Ill fate descends. Stand still. Didn't hurt.
Ow.
Say bye to breathing.
Holy smokes! What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere. Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet. Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Wait. Don't move. Something's off.
What?
Miss, you killed Sparkle. How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do?
In the Garden of Recollection, what did you do?
You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her.
Maybe.
Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier.
Yeah, no one can die in Penacony's dreamscape. No one. Yay!
There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle? Who are you talking to?
You?
You.
You?
Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
This? Don't jump to conclusions! If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence. Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time.
Oh, yeah.
Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist.
Okay.
But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide. That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer. As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery.
Uh-huh.
That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him. And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas, like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me, that the murderer is the assistant detective. Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using
Sampo
this
is
term
the
of
murderer!
dress, but
Sampo
it was you
killed Sonic!
who first came up with it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it, and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Exquisite reasoning, and very close to the truth. But I have another answer. Would you like to hear it?
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom, using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
What a pity, such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is... Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body.
Sparkle was a Sparkle all along.
Ding-a-ling! I won!
Why are you so fucking small?
Even count as a real character?
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all 3 of those skits just then.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo then?
Yeah.
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
Who the fuck is Sampo?
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least. You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage,
¿Cómo se te
you
ocurre
can work behind the scenes.
raquetear mi zapatilla nueva que tuve que comprar en 3 cuotas?
If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade. Also, I don't consider you a loner.
Ah,
Oh, I don't mean him.
no me
Rather,
laman la
behind
pierna.
you. The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
How did you know?
¿Por qué no te has unido con nadie aún?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try to catch 2 fish with one
No muerdas los
cast,
cordones.
you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing? Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Look at me go.
Why not?
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me. Let's go, Sampo?
Sampo?
Sampo. Who is Sampo?
What? What the fuck?
This is Bellabog, right?
Oh, wait, what the fuck?
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my
what the
sight,
fuck?
you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
Yo, what the fuck? You can control Black Swan controls you.
But did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape, it's as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream. That's the end of Miss Black Swan's dream. Are you satisfied with your experience?
Sampo turned out to be.
I noticed that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. And in Penacony, dreams can be processed, or even tempered. Things in our dreams cannot be trusted, let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold, hard light of reality. Sweet dreams.
Huh.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
The other fool!
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements? Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face.
The other fool!
Take this key to the tavern cellar. Third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? This doesn't seem like the Sampo I know.
Wait. Sampo is a masked fool?
Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urello 6.
Vine a ver si ya habías terminado. Te diste cuenta porque te hice leer lo anterior del archivo. ¡Duh! Pero, wait, ¿qué hace Sampo en Penacony? ¿Cómo rayos llegó a Penacony?
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense.
Porque puede. Pero, acaba de decirle que es un Max Fools que no tiene su máscara.
Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage
And making a fool out of myself.
Sampo está jugando 4D chess.
if you're all out of options, please get in
Te dejo que
touch
estoy
with
en el
me.
directo. Sampo está
I'm the
jugando
kind of
4D
person
chess.
who values friendship highly.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sempo can stand by.
What the fuck?
Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Oh no. Tenemos un nuevo Giovanni dentro de las ligas de los Giovannis del universo de todos los personajes que tienen ese nombre.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious?
Es el de Pokémon. Es como Pokémon tenía un Giovanni. El Dragalelos tenía un Giovanni. I imagine you have already seen that dream bubble. Relax, I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. What's up? Ratio también es de un Max Full, no. No. Ratio es de la Inteligencia Guild. O eso es como se presentó en el parche anterior, en la parte cuando salió Ruan May. I'll make this simple. That fool named Sparkle is currently searching all over the place for that dream bubble. I do not know what her intentions are, but allowing it to slip into her hands would only make this situation more confusing. Can you do me a favor and go to reclaim that dream bubble? Of course. Your attitude is reassuring. I will go with you. But I don't remember where that dream bubble was left. Can you remind me? How could a memo keeper forget a memory? Are you really Black Swan? You're figuring me out. Well, I'm not a true memo keeper after all. Sampo se encontré y es solo Sampo con una máscara, Rip Swan. I can't believe you're figuring me out so quickly. How to? Frank said all about the Black and Forth. You've seen how much fun I have with that memo keeper. You should learn from her. Young Nameless, this is just the beginning. I'll be back. Bring it on! We secret tricks coming next. The interpretation of Dream Masquerade 2. And a new song! I imagine you have already seen that dream bubble. I'm getting deja vu here. Yeah, pero Sampo era obvio que era un Max Full. O sea, habían dos opciones. O era un Max Full, o era en realidad un... Porque en ese tiempo no conocíamos que eran los Max Fulls, fuera del texto que está dentro del archive. ¿Existían probabilidades que podía ser un Steladon Hunter? ¿Existían probabilidades que podría ser un Steladon Hunter? Si retrocede el tiempo atrás, retrocede los parches atrás, olvida de toda la información más actual, recuerda el inicio del juego. Lo más probable es que hubieras pensado que podía ser Sampo que fuera un Steladon Hunter, encubierto en Yellow Six. Si retrocedes el tiempo atrás, pensarías eso. Porque los más full los vinimos a conocer hace poquito. You may also know that interesting young fool, Sparkle. She's really going into disguising herself as other people. So has she tried this with you already? Wait. If that's the case, you will be a Sparkle in disguise too. I see you're on high alert. What will you have me to do to prove I am me? A unique action. O sea, dijeron Max Full y yo dije Sampo. Some unique action you do out of habit, like looking in the mirror at all. Mira, claro, o sea, ahora que existen los Max Full, tiene sentido que Sampo sea un Max Full porque actúa como un Max Full. La cosa es que Sampo no tiene su máscara, que como terminó la conversación recién. Qué raro. But if that little Miss Fool excels in observation, there is a chance that she could perfectly imitate everything about a person. I think that the only things that can differentiate someone from another is their memories. There is no way for an outsider to completely steal or imitate every ounce of person's memories. It's like when we met in Penacony, isn't it? A strange dreamland surrounding us, a series of strange murders, people with different dreams, the truth that lies beneath the water's surface. Do you need me to go on? I need more. I think I need more. I can be the one doing all the talking. By your lorry, you should also have to prove that you are not Sparkle, Torinosu. Huh? I'm just joking. As a memo keeper, I naturally know who the person is on the other side of my screen. Mrs. Sparkle's pranks are not without their benefits. She is able to make us re-examine what we have seen and think about the appearance and reality of the dreamscape. This is also the reason that I shared the dream bubble with you. Alright, looks like she hasn't caused any major damage. I will put my mind at ease. Talk to you again soon. Yeah, tiene sentido que Sampo sea un Max Full ahora que conocemos a los Max Fulls. Por eso decía que si volvías el tiempo atrás, las probabilidades de que Sampo no fuera un Max Full son mucho más altas porque no conocíamos que eran los Max Full fuera del archive. Quien lee los archives. Por eso dije la probabilidad número 1 de lo que fuera Sampo al inicio del juego que fuera un Stellaron Hunter encubierto en Yellow Six. Porque al mismo tiempo nunca se ha cruzado Sampo con el resto de los Stellaron Hunters. Lo leímos por lo del meme. Leímos el meme, no la información. Porque si volvemos a revisar el databank, nunca leímos la parte blanca. Siempre leíamos el meme. Y fuera de todo, no comprendo tu no. No comprendo qué hint tiene el texto abajo. Yo se la leí. No sé cuál hint tiene abajo. Lo más cercano puede ser la parte de cuando dice laughter. The fools believe that the truth of the world is a joke. La parte del laughter es lo más cercano que podría unirse con... Oh, Sampo podría ser... Ni siquiera eso me sirve. No sé qué parte del texto podría haberme dado el hint de... Oh, sí, podría ser. Siempre pensé que The Fools era un grupo. Así como los de Recollection. Mira, de partida tenían que ser un grupo. O sea... Porque cada uno tiene su following. Por eso. Tiene sentido que los Fools fueran un grupo. Pero tampoco eso te da el hint desde que ya conociéramos un Fools desde el principio del juego. A eso me refiero. O tu nivel de ADHD para poder encontrar esos pequeños recovecos mayor que el mío. Así que estaba de, ok, Sampo es de ajá, así que es un full. Tiene sentido, claro, cuando lo analizan mejor. Por eso digo, nunca leí el texto. Nunca me interesó leer el texto. ¿Crees que he leído todos los textos que están aquí? Lo mismo, aquí me acabo de dar cuenta que los Galaxy Rangers aparecen en la parte del The Hunt. No me había fijado de ese detalle. Que dice Galaxy Rangers The Hunt. Porque los Stellar Hunter tienen un signo de pregunta. Entonces lo más probable es que... De hecho, es probable que esto se haya actualizado hace poco. Es probable incluso que esto se haya actualizado hace poco. Y si... estos son los de Doctor Rachel, el Inteligencia Guild. Hay que acordarse que el Inteligencia Guild es como la facción que choca con... Where the fucker. Con el Genius Society. Técnicamente el Intelligence Guild y el Genius Society chocan. Porque el Genius Society es una sociedad de gente con demasiados conocimientos, pero son cerrados. Sus conocimientos los dejan para ellos mismos. En cambio, la Inteligencia Guild, según Ratio, su misión es expandir el conocimiento. Esa es como la diferencia entre los dos. La cosa es que todavía no sabemos qué facción siguen los del Stellar Hunters. ¿Tú pensarías que sigue la facción de Destruction? Porque por algo son los Stellar Hunters. Porque los Stellaron son bombas de tiempo puestas por el Eón de la Destrucción Nanook. Pero ¿no han confirmado que son seguidores de la destrucción? Stellar Object. No, aquí hay información de los Emanators. Ah, claro. Estos son términos. Se conectan los términos con la parte de las facciones. ¿Verdad que el International Peace Corporation, el APC, es de Preservation? Porque es preservar el sistema interastral. Eon, facciones y términos. No había fijado que se conectaban un poquito. Bueno, se conectan también un poquito a los personajes, en fin y al cabo. Pero son detalles que no te darías cuenta a la primera si no le pones un 1% extra más de atención al juego. Ahora, teniendo en cuenta que hicimos esa misión en el Fate Atlas, tiene que haberse marcado la nueva misión. Lo bacán del Fate Atlas, que bueno, sí, aparecen cositas de información como si de la historia. Lo bueno del Fate Atlas que sirve como un sistema de completionist. La gente que le encanta ser completionist, el Fate Atlas es perfecto para ellos. Porque el Fate Atlas te marca qué cosas te faltan. Y te las puede, ¿cómo se llama? Las puedes activar de aquí mismo. Entonces, encuentro que el Eso es lo bueno que tiene el Fate Atlas. Que es literalmente un completionist, es un libro de completionist. Y se va actualizando porque, sí, el Fate Atlas lo agregaron recién, ahora en la 2.0. Pero ponte tú, si hubiera existido antes, el Fate Atlas, no sé, hubiera terminado aquí. Porque esta es la batalla con el ciervo. Después se hubiera expandido hasta aquí. La misión secundaria de Yukon va ahí al final. Después cuando expandieron la parte del adiós. Después el Aurumali, que fue un evento. Y el A Fox and Tale of the Hunted, que fue cuando agregaron a Pojo. Entonces como se va a ir expandiendo mientras se vayan agregando cosas hacia los lados. Va a ser bonito ver el Fate Atlas expandido por el mapa. Ah, verdad que estos son los Trail of the Equilibrium. Güey, me acabo de dar cuenta que se llaman Trail of the Equilibrium. Y el Equilibrium se supone que era un Eon. O es, no sé, ya ni siquiera sé cuáles están vivos y cuáles están muertos. Pero eso sería por ahora. Terminamos la historia. Y no tenemos razón de hacer un stream de Star Rail hasta cuando venga el banner de Sparkle, si es que queremos sacarlo. Así que ahora me enfocaré en hacer eventos. Pero primero voy a ir a buscar algo de comida porque tengo hambre. Así que no confirmaré nada de que nos volveremos a ver esta semana. Porque tengo que trabajar también en mis propias cosas. Y este fin de semana tengo que trabajar como un ser humano normal. Y estoy un poquito atrasado con un trabajo mensual. Pero sí nos vamos a ver la próxima semana sí o sí. El día martes. ¿Por qué el día martes? Día martes 27 por la mañana es el Pokémon Presents. Ex Pokémon Direct. Simplemente ahora se llama Pokémon Presents porque le cambiaron el nombre un año de repente. Así que ese día nos vamos a ver sí o sí. El 27 en la mañana. Calendario. Así que cuídense. Take care, eat healthy, coman sano, drink water, hidrátense. A pesar de que hoy día estuvo bastante más fresco por estos lados. Pero eso no significa que no hay que tomar agüita y líquido. Coman frutas. Hacen bien. Hay que comer melón antes de que nos los quite el gobierno. Así que nos vemos en una próxima. Bye bye.